Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to Game Day in the Region on the Region Sports Network, streaming worldwide on the internet at facebook.com/Region Sports, youtube.com/Region Sports, and regionsports.com. We come to you today from Schreiber Field on the campus of LaPorte High School as the Region Sports Network presents the the LaPorte Slicers taking on the Penn Kingsmen. See, this is what I get when I read right off the page. But it's the LaPorte Slicers taking on the Penn Kingsmen in the Class 4A Regional Championship. Michael Brenner here along with Nate the Great Ramian. Once again, Game 2 of a doubleheader here as we crown regional champions again here from Schreiber Field at LaPorte High School. We had a great first game, 3-0. Lake Central got the win for their regional championship over Valpo. And then today we have got, well, this is going to be a heck of a pitching matchup today for LaPorte and Penn. You've got R.J. England taking on Adam Lehman of Penn. And, man, these are two stud pitchers. R.J. England comes in on the year in 11 appearances, 5-2 with an ERA of 1.07. And then Adam Lehman comes in for Penn, 8-2 with a 1.21 ERA.
You just got two guys that are their horses for their team right now. And they don't want their season to come to an end today, so they're going to do whatever they need, and the coaches are going to have to pry the ball out of their hand to get them off the mound. But it's going to come down to who makes the least mistakes and who capitalizes off their chances and the different possibilities for ways to get the run across or to get outs. Whoever capitalizes the most will come away with a victory today.
There always seems to be little things in a baseball game, and they don't seem to matter at the moment, but when you go back and look at it, you think, oh, man, this is something that ended up playing a factor in the game. And our first game today was things like wild pitches, balks, just getting able to get to defensive plays and then make the plays, and whatever the case may be, just little things that like Central was able to capitalize on, and like you said, who's going to be able to capitalize on those things today? Both teams come in with sterling records. LaPorte 20-9 on the year, Penn 18-8, and they have played a really, really tough season as well, as has LaPorte. I mean, in the Duneland Athletic Conference, they have had no easy tasks, and it's just an interesting matchup here today. And we know this is an audio-only broadcast, so we will try to bring you those sights and sounds and paint the picture for you here on the broadcast. We were at one of the, as I said earlier, one of the cathedrals of baseball diamonds around Northwest Indiana, the all-natural grass field here at Schreiber Field at LaPorte. LaPorte baseball has really one of the nicest ballparks all around, and you're talking about a picture-perfect day for baseball.
Yeah, the architect of this field is sitting about 3 people to my left. His office is up here. It's amazing the way they just bring all this together, and they're not changing and going to the turf like a lot of other people are. There was a little incident about that. It went to the school board and everything, and they said, nope, we are not changing. This is history. This is LaPorte history, and this is IHSA history with all of the regionals and semi-states that are played here every first weekend in June and second weekend in June every year. People look forward to coming to LaPorte every year with the playing facility. This is probably the nicest field some of the kids will ever play on. So they got to take advantage of it. It's really nice.
Yeah, for sure. Just the, like you said, the architecture and then the backdrop behind the outfield, just the trees and the school in the background. It's a really, really nice facilities here. All right, we're going to step aside for just a moment. They're going to start introducing the lineups, and we'll bring you those starting lineups on the other side of the break. You're listening to Game Day here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Top reasons to work at Strack and Van Til.
Many opportunities to grow.
Flexible hours.
Outstanding benefits like paid vacation time and holidays.
Enjoy health benefits in a 401k plan.
I always feel like I'm part of the team.
Premium and competitive pay.
The sign-on and referral bonuses help to find the perfect talent.
Text STRAX to 97211 to apply today, or visit our site at strackandventil.com/careers. Nobody else will give you the opportunities that we do.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like health care and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Develop skills that will last for a lifetime with an apprenticeship with the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 4, Indiana, Kentucky. The apprenticeship and training program is committed to developing highly skilled bricklayers, terrazzo workers, and ceramic tile setters to provide the construction industry with the best hands in the business. If you are currently working non-union and want better pay with benefits, or if you think learning a new skill with a paid apprenticeship while you earn your associate's degree is the right path for you, visit baclocal4.org/training to learn more about the apprenticeship program. Are you built to succeed?
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Well, welcome back to Game Day here on the Region Sports Network. Mike Brenner here along with Nate Ramian as we bring you another regional championship here today from LaPorte High School. This is game number 2 of the afternoon. Again, a regional championship on the line. Again, there, if you're just kind of tuning in to the way the format is done here now, it used to be regional championships. You played 2 games in the morning and a championship in the evening, but switching it with semi-state now, where you play just a 1-game regional championship, 2 games at each site that's hosting today. So today we're here at LaPorte, and then next week there'll be, if your team wants to move on to a state championship, they got to win 2 games. So, and LaPorte is one of the host sites for semi-state again as well. So it was a very good opportunity for one of these 2 teams to be playing here. I would assume LaPorte would play here if they won. It's not guaranteed, but you never know. Penn wins, you never know where they might go, and quite a few host sites around the northern part of Indiana. But we are going to get you tuned in here to the national anthem here at LaPorte. All right, a great rendition of the national anthem, as always, as we get you set for baseball here on the Region Sports Network. Our officials for today's game: Sean Bahensky, Kevin Dotto, Douglas Dion, and then behind the plate today, George Plesac. We'll go ahead and bring you that LaPorte Slicer starting lineup. Hey, by the way, we are at Schreiber Field, home of the LaPorte Slicers, but they are the visitors on the scoreboard today. And yes, I have a note in front of me that LaPorte cannot walk it off today. I have that note. I've done that in the past. Let's bring you that Slicer lineup. Ben Dubs leading things up, and then Cade Flores, followed by Drew Catron at the top of the lineup. R.J. England, Tommy Samuelson, and Kelly Hay in the middle of the lineup. And rounding it out, Jax Land, Carter Moses, and Ryan Bremer rounding out that lineup. Moret, Hums, Tousley, across from left to right in the outfield for Penn today. Cromartie, Dombrowski, Hudnall, and French from third to first around the horn. And then Pelletier behind the plate today for Adam Lehman. There's your LaPorte offense and Penn defense as we get things started here. Penn wearing the black road or home tops with the white lettering and numbers. For LaPorte, they're wearing their orange top with the gray trousers. I should say for Penn as well. They got the white trousers going. For Penn, the orange tops with black lettering and then the gray trousers as well.
What a beautiful day for some games, huh?
You can't beat it.
Got a nice breeze coming in, and
actually, that's a good segue that you got there, Nate, for our Economy Electric Heating and Cooling game day forecast. It's brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. A very comfortable, well, at least comfortable for us here in the press box, 85 degrees. Maybe not so comfortable for those guys out there on the diamond, but there is a little breeze coming in from center field right here into the press box, which we have opened up the window, which makes it nice and comfortable for us. All right, first pitch, and we are underway, and it's inside for a ball on Ben Dubs of LaPorte from Lehman.
One thing I noticed about both teams is both their leading hitters are the leadoff hitters. So what I'm starting to get more is they're getting their best guys the most opportunities to swing. Like he's hitting 360. The Penn guy is hitting 417. They're both the leadoff hitters.
Yeah, I mean, you want the table setters, right, to get on base and then have other guys drive them in. 2-1 the count here on Dubs. He's the second baseman for LaPorte today. This one driven down the left field line. This one will curl foul and step out of play. So 2-2 the count here on the leadoff hitter, Ben Dubs. As you said, Ben 360. 4 extra base hits. He is a stolen base threat. He's got 13 on the year, so if he gets on, look for him to run. Here's the 2-2, and it's fouled off to the left. Probably would have been a little bit high, but protecting at the plate there.
I still think it's a little bit of the nerves going.
Yeah.
Top of the first in a regional game. Junior.
2-2. This one driven out to shallow center. It'll bloop in for a leadoff hit to get things started. So Ben Dubs is on for the Slicers.
Just keeping it simple there. Taking a fastball right back up the middle. Not trying to do too much with the ball. Just make solid contact and good things happen.
Well, one of the things that I was trying to keep an eye on was we saw a lot of balls get up into the air in our first game today and kind of just die as they got up into the air. So I didn't know if that one was going to hang up as they try to get the pick off at first. Back in safely is Dubs. So I thought maybe that was driving out there, but might get hung up just a little bit for Dombrowski, but was able to bloop it in there. And this is Cade Flores now. Batting from the left side of the plate, just as Dubs did.
So we'll see what happens here. The third baseman just moved back. I don't know if he was thinking bunt. Sometimes you give the guy one swing to see what he does. He's choking up now a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be a giveaway, but get some runners moving. Coach Up likes to play a lot of small ball, old school style.
Well, and that can be there is a breeze coming in from center, so that could be a beneficial thing. If you rely on the power, you may not get it here today from LaPorte. Yeah. Looking to show bunt. This one perfectly placed in front of the plate and over to first. Not in time. Perfectly placed and gets on as Pelletier had a hard time corralling that one right in front of the plate. So there was a throw to first, but it was not in time, so the first two runners are on. I don't know if I would give that an error necessarily. I would call that a hit.
They gave it an error.
They did give it an error, okay. Kind of a tough play, but...
But here's the thing here. You're just putting the pressure on. Nothing simple, nothing crazy. I'm sorry, it is simple, nothing crazy. Just putting the pressure on Penn to make quick decisions.
So here comes Drew Catron now, 2 on, no out here, top of the first. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Checks that runner, kicks and fires. First one, this one bunted in the air and into foul territory. Now what's crazy is if French, who was running in to play the bunt, if he had played his normal position, if he was holding the runner on like he normally would have instead of running in, may have had a chance of catching that one because he had run too far in and then had to backtrack.
You got to play the odds there, what's going to happen.
Oh, absolutely. So not holding the runner on at first, expecting the bunt. The pitcher checks the runner at second, swung on and missed. So 0-2 here on Catron.
So now he scoots back. You just got to put the ball in play here. You got to get these runners over with no outs.
Catron with 20 RBIs on the season. Number 21 would be real sweet here in a regional championship. That pitch is upstairs, so 1-2 the count now.
There we go.
Yeah, first baseman backed up, kind of even with the bag, a little bit behind it, off, letting the runner get a good advancement. So they're not going to be checking on him at first. Swung on and missed. Down on strikes goes Catron for the first out. That's a big first out because now you can work a double play ball here if you're Penn, and this brings up R.J. England.
That's a great response by Lehman there. Just getting composure. He's got his feet wet now in the game. Way to come back with some fastballs and get the out.
First pitch to him is a breaking ball inside. 10 extra base hits on the year to go with 27 RBIs, R.J. England. Also the pitcher in today's game for LaPorte. Adam Lehman in some trouble here. Got the first out, but he's got 2 on, 1 out still. Brings the glove near the face, sets just above the belt, kicks and fires this one in the air off to the right, not a play. So 1-1 the count.
So everything for Lehman is really hard. His slider's hard. His fastball's fast. So everything's going to be a lot of close to the same speed. It just moves a little differently.
Here's a 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball on the third base side. On to Cromartie. Over to Hundal. And then French can't corral it at first. Here comes Dubs in to score. And it's 1-0 LaPorte. So it's a fielder's choice single for R.J. England, but it scores Dubs, and they get the out at second base for Flores.
Just putting the ball in play, like kind of what we said earlier, just putting the pressure on the defense. He put the ball in play. The third baseman he didn't have to force it. It was a bad throw to the second baseman, and the second baseman rushed his throw. Got him, got picked off.
And he's going to get picked off at first.
No. The ball was never in play.
So they're going to say, nope, ball not in play. Okay. And that's where Lehman is going to, the third baseman Cromartie is going to ask a question there, but he's going to retreat back quickly. And Blisak's going to tell the Penn dugout, nope, sorry. So it is a 1-0, and I said fielder's choice, but it's an error that England reaches on. Breaking ball in there for a strike, throw down to second, and it's a stolen base. Now, I wasn't watching as I was writing things down. Did they bring in a courtesy runner for England? So it is England out there, so he gets a stolen base. For England, his 4th of the season. So 1-0 LaPorte here in the first, trying to get some more against a really tough Penn team who's already committed 2 errors here in this inning, which is very much not Penn baseball.
LaPorte's just being really aggressive right now. Again, we're stealing, trying to do some bunting. It's throwing a lot of things at you right now. Let's see how you react.
This one blooped into left center, coming on and making the catch is Moret. Hunter Moret making the catch, so that is how the first inning will come to an end. It ends with LaPorte leading 1-0 as we go bottom 1. You're listening to Game Day here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Bottom of the first here at Schreiber Field, regional championship game between LaPorte and Penn. We head to the bottom of the first. Well, Penn will get their first cracks at the bat. Cooper Hums will lead things off, followed by Cam Dombrowski and Evan Tousley at the top of the lineup. R.J. Cromartie, Chris Pelletier, and then Adam Lehman in the middle of that lineup. Hunter Moret, Casey Finn, and Colton Hudnall round out the Penn Kingsmen lineup. And we talked about in the top of that inning, just kind of putting that pressure on. In all honesty, if I'm LaPorte, I really feel coming into this game that I don't have anything to lose. I have everything to win. So, yeah, be aggressive. I mean, you're looking at a Penn team that just won a state championship a season ago. The pressure's on them to be the repeat champions. Can they do that? Can they have – and they won this regional last year in the championship game against Lake Central in dramatic fashion at the end of that game. Can they have those same heroics here today? Well, we know it's going to be a good pitching matchup. R.J. Englund, one of the best around the region, and he's on the bump today for the LaPorte Slicers. He takes the first pitch to Cooper Hums, and it's fouled back.
LaPorte can just play free, and I'm at home, man.
Yeah,
I get
that's
to
a good point.
Play here every day. I get to practice here every day. I get to sleep, and it sounds silly. I don't have to take a bus.
That's a good point. Yeah, you come in, you can do whatever your routine is. Breaking ball in there for a strike. So Englund comes in with a fastball, curveball, kind of change or combination there, 89 to 92. This one come right back up the middle and through for a base hit. Englund couldn't get a glove down on it, but it is a leadoff single for Hums. He got the 2 strikes right off the bat, looking pretty good, and then Hums says, there's a reason I'm hitting 417, and it's because I get on base.
I just hit a fastball right up the middle, kind of what the LaPorte guy did. Leadoff guy right up the middle. Let's see what happens here.
That one on the ground, though. The first one that we saw from Dubs, kind of a little bit on the air or in the air. This brings up Cam Dombrowski now. And they'll throw over to first to check on that runner. So I told you, Englund, he can touch 89 to 92 on that fastball. It says he's topped about 93 at times, and then the curveball anywhere from 75 to 77.
It's not too shabby there.
Runner goes, pitches inside, the throw down to second. It's a one bouncer that doesn't get through, doesn't get into the glove of the shortstop Flores, but kind of gets over the bag. So we gave you the Penn lineup here. Kai Jones in left, Bremer in center, Hay in right for LaPorte, Catron at third, Flores at short, Dubs at second, and Samuelson at first. Carter Moses behind the plate for R.J. Englund.
Let's see what kind of game Penn wants to play here.
Runner on second, showing bunt, called strike.
It's always hard to bunt a curveball. You know what I mean? You got to bunt. You got to move up in the box, sack bunt. You know, everyone knows you're bunting. Scoot up, bunt a fastball. It's easier. With a curveball, take it. You did a great job there.
There's a 1-1 pitch showing curve. This ball gets away from Moses, and the runner will scoot down after stealing second. Scoots down on a wild pitch.
I think Penn's doing a great job of responding here. They got some adversity early, and how do you react?
Well, and this is, we talked about those little nuances, capitalize on any little thing here. Well, LaPorte capitalized and maybe could have done more, arguably. A couple of errors to let their guys on. They got their run. Penn now stealing a base. Now taking advantage of a wild pitch. You got nobody out, a runner on third. This one fouled away by Dombrowski. It goes past the netting, so went to the left. We haven't seen that very much today.
That was a weird one.
Full count here to Dombrowski, hitting 376 on the year. His payoff pitch, swung on and missed for the strikeout. So both guys now are both starting pitchers with a K early on in the game. This brings up Evan Tousley.
If I'm Penn, I got to figure out a way to scratch one at least here. You can't have a runner on third, no outs, and get a run. We got to do what we have to do.
Well, you figure if you're Tousley, you have 5 home runs on the year. I want to smash one into the air. This one is lined and through for a base hit on the right side. Or just, get an RBI single. That works too.
Give me a line drive. That'll work.
So line drive single to bring in the run, and it's a 1-1 game here between LaPorte and Penn for a regional championship, and this brings up R.J. Cromartie. And he makes some kind of a signal with his bat to the behind the batter's box there, writing some kind of an initial maybe.
These, like you said earlier, these Penn guys do not skip weight room days.
No. This one on the ground, but a foul ball down the right field line. Left-handed hitter is Cromartie.
These dudes are huge.
They have really good meals out there in Mishawaka. 1-1 the count on Cromartie. I need to get me one of those. This one comes inside. Good block there by Moses, getting ready to throw it down, but runner did not go. Runner goes, pitches in, and they are going to get him at second base. Caught stealing, Evan Tousley. 2-6 on the exchange. So that's a big second out if you're LaPorte, because that clears the bases now. 2-1 on Cromartie. That one missing outside, so 3 balls and a strike. And now, if you're RJ Anglin, you can just focus. All you have to worry about is focusing on the batter at this point.
Yeah, just
3-1, line down the right field line, but foul. Thankfully not getting into the stands there. That thing was a rocket.
That was a laser.
This one missing upstairs, so now it's a walk.
It's just funny how we talked about both pitchers are pitching well, but we talked about it's going to be a pitcher's duel and both runs scored in the first inning.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because there's a reason we're up here. We talk and we don't play. At least you used to coach.
Yeah. About 7-8 years. We won a sectional on this field. Portage beat Crown Point.
That was when you and your dad were coaching, right?
No,
you weren't with your dad?
Coach Borowski.
Okay.
We beat Jake Plezak.
Okay.
Was the pitcher. Now he's with the Cardinals. No, I'm sorry, the Cleveland Guardians? No.
Zach Plezak.
Zach Plezak. He was the pitcher that day.
For the Crown Point Bulldogs. Chris Pelletier at the dish now. First pitch to him, line down the right field area and through. Takes that nasty hop that we saw earlier today. So it's another single. Runners on first and second. But I'll tell you what, we have seen the ball hit, and I don't, you see it every once in a while. I feel like you don't see it too often. We are seeing the balls just hit that lip of that grass and dirt. We do have a courtesy
29.
Runner. That's going to be Mason Campbell coming in to run for the catcher, Pelletier. And now you have Adam Lehman. Two on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. First pitch upstairs to Lehman. Does have 2 home runs on the year. Not too bad as a pitcher.
Not too shabby.
1-0 breaking ball in there for a strike. Runners do not advance. First base runner is not being held either. And we are going to have time called as Moses is going to go out there and chat with England about maybe we want to do here. And again, this is where maybe he's telling them, hey, don't worry about these guys on the base pad. Let's just you and me right here. Let's focus on this guy.
I think he got crossed up there. I think that they weren't correct on the signs. With the runner on second, he might give different signals than the runner on first and third because the second baseman could be telling the pitcher. Could tell the batter.
Yeah, it could be relaying some kind of a sign. But man, what a lead
if I go
he's
like
got.
head on top or something.
This one lined and through on the right side. Samuelson couldn't come up with it. Another run is in as Cromartie touches home plate, and he's fired up. It's another single. We haven't seen any extra bases here. It's just single after single, and now it's 2-1 Penn.
He did a great job of just staying back and driving it the other way. With the wind blowing that way, just drive it and you're going to be okay.
We do have another courtesy runner over there at first. Ezra Vespi. Campbell, by the way, made it all the way to third on that. So still 2 outs here in the first. At this point for LaPorte, you feel like if England can get out of this inning with just the 2 runs, you're feeling pretty good. With all the traffic that he has seen, first pitch to Moret is a called strike. Hunter Moret hitting .345 on the year, the left fielder for Penn.
See if they put this guy in motion here.
It's Vespi at first. He's got the legs moving like he wants to go run.
Nope.
Gets a big jump. This one lined on the left field line and foul out of play. So 0-2. All right, so, Nate, what do you do here? Do you go right after him? Do you try to challenge him, or do you kind of maybe waste one and then go after him?
The guy's choking up almost to the top of the grip tape, so let him hit it. It's not going to go anywhere.
That one missing outside, so.
I go right at this guy.
He's checking something. He's got something in his back pocket. It's some kind of
it's those
cue card or whatever. Yeah. Try to get some kind of an idea of what to do here on 1-2. One comes inside. Runner goes down to second. So Vespi down to second.
A little delayed steal, that's called. After the catcher caught it, then he went just to see if you get a late throw to get that runner coming home.
This one chopped down the right field line, but out of play. So still 2-2.
There's battle in here. Good pitcher versus a good hitter here.
We'll see what England's got here. As we said, Penn won the regional last year, won the state championship last year. Fastball coming way inside there. So count is full. This is going to be a big pitch here. Although, first base is open, so a walk isn't the end of the world. 3-2. And they called strike three on the inside part of the plate. Looked a little inside, but Mr. Plesac says, nope, that's strike three. And so the 2 runs come across the board for Penn. At the end of 1, Penn leads it 2-1. We go to the second inning here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We go to the top of the second inning in a game where we were thinking it might take 1 run just to win this ball game. And, well, at the end of 1, it's 2-1 Penn. LaPorte crossing the plate in the top half of the first, and Penn in the bottom half of the first. Make sure you stay with us after the game as we'll name the Corral Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. Corral Companies are proud to recognize the superheroes on the baseball diamond. Leading it off for LaPorte is Kelly Hay, then Jax Land and Carter Moses, all the scheduled hitters here in this second inning. First pitch from Lehman is upstairs for a ball.
See if Hay can get something going here for the Slicers.
The 1-0 is on the edge for a strike.
Hay is one of the guys hitting above 300 this year, with a team batting average of 274.
Here's the 1-1 chop down. Third base side, but foul. One-two pitch on the corner for a called strike 3. So second strikeout for Lehman. And this will bring up Jax Land. So Land is your DH today. Carter Moses to follow. First pitch in the air to right. Tousley given chase, gets under it and makes the catch on the first pitch that he sees.
The ball's carrying to right field, it seems like.
Yeah, the wind has shifted a little bit. It was blowing straight in earlier today. Now has shifted to kind of blowing kind of in toward right field, ish, like you said.
Yeah, just get something going that direction. The ball's carrying.
Yeah, worry about getting opposite field hits at this point. Try to drive it the opposite way. Not as easy as it said. This one a high chopper over the pitcher. Shortstop picks it up and throws across Dombrowski. Really nice play on the high chopper from Carter Moses to get the out. And 1, 2, 3 they go here in the top of the second. We go bottom 2. Penn leads at 2-1. You're listening to Game Day here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
top reasons to work at Strack and Van Til.
Many opportunities to grow.
Flexible hours.
Outstanding benefits like paid vacation time and holidays.
Enjoy health benefits in a 401k plan.
I always feel like I'm part of the team.
Premium and competitive pay.
The sign-on and referral bonuses help to find the perfect talent.
Text STRAX to 97211 to apply today, or visit our site at strackandventil.com/careers. Nobody else will give you the opportunities that we do.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
We go bottom two here at Schreiber Field in LaPorte. Regional championship game here between the Slicers and the Kingsmen. LaPorte got one in the first. Penn got two in the first. And we're at bottom two now here as we will crown a regional champion. We already crowned one earlier today. Lake Central will move on to semi-state next week. They picked up their first regional championship the first time since 14. Penn won their regional championship last year on this exact field, beating Lake Central to move on, eventually win a state title. Before that, it had been since 2017 that Penn had won a regional championship. If Penn can keep their score here today and keep the lead, as that's going to be a leadoff strike here to Casey Finn, who leads it off for Penn, and then Colton Hudnall, and then the leadoff hitter Cooper Hums, scheduled hitters here. Penn looking for their 12th championship here at regionals. The 0-1 in there for a strike, 0-2. For the LaPorte Slicers, they haven't seen a regional championship since 2005, and if they win here today, it'll be their 22nd in school history. The 0-2 popped up and out of play off to the right. There's a lot of history between these two, especially for Penn in recent years. State title last year. State title back in 15 as well, an appearance back in 17. This one in the air off to center, and it'll bloop in for a hit for Casey Finn right in dead center.
Just doing the simple things. Making contact, hitting the barrel, and finding the grass.
That is the 5th hit for Penn. They've all come as the singles category, nothing extra bases, but taking advantage of stolen bases and wild pitches as well.
With a 9-hole hitter here, let's see if they play some small ball to get back to the top of the order.
Hudnall is going to dig in there. They check on the runner at first. He's back in safely. So Hudnall, the second baseman today, trying to keep the lineup moving for the Kingsmen. He shows bunt. It's down the first base line. It's a beauty. Englund over to first to get the out.
Does his job as a 9-hole hitter, setting the table for the top of the order here.
So the sacrifice bunt. Finn in scoring position. Here comes Cooper Hums. He's got 7 triples on the year, by the way, as well.
I really like that they have their last names on these jerseys. That's something different. You don't see that often in high school.
Yeah. In the air, center, Bremer camping underneath and making the catch in shallow center. I don't know, I'm kind of on the old school that you play for the name on the front, not the name on the back.
Sure, I get it. You just don't see that often, that's all.
That's why I like my my Indiana Hoosier jerseys for basketball.
Yeah.
But we are also kind of switching into a time where we are watching a shift in sports with a lot more individualism, and that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that.
I wonder what they do after the season. They just keep them? They just buy new ones every year? Or
That's a good question.
Or unstitch it?
We would have to ask Coach Dykes after the game. Cam Dombrowski at the plate now. 1-1 the count on him. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled at the plate, so 1-2. Yeah, you'd have to get the last name and the number off potentially, or you just keep the number.
Just keep the number.
Yeah.
Because I noticed some guys have different numbers, like font.
This one opposite way base hit This will score another run. The throw to the plate. And it's not in time. Runner stays at first base. Dombrowski, RBI single.
Hitting base hits. Gonna do the job here.
Yeah, we have not seen, I keep mentioning that 6 hits now, none for extra bases. It's all singles, but guys also motoring. And again, that small ball, sacrificing the guy over, single, score a run. Opposite field hitting as well on that one. This brings up Evan Tousley. He singled his last time up, got the first RBI of the game. First pitch to him is a strike. Tousley from the left side of the plate. So righty-lefty matchup here. Swung on and missed a low fastball.
England really gets it and gets got a quick rhythm here. He's like, let's go, let's go, let's go.
This one fouled away. Still 0-2. One on, one out, one in already here for Penn. So they lead at 3-1. Early on in this one, we were thinking maybe the first one to score would be all that was needed. Well, not so much. Runner goes. This one off to the left and is going to get out of play. But my Kai Jones certainly made a fantastic. Where'd he go?
Is he okay?
Oh, he went to go actually get the baseball. Didn't catch it, obviously, but went to go get it. He disappeared for a little while.
Give him a second to catch his breath. That dude just ran a 100-yard sprint.
England's like, no, I'm ready. Let's go.
Man.
Let's get him.
Yeah.
Comes set right at the belt. Kicks and fires. It's outside. Runner moves at second. And it gets into center field. Runner's going to move down to third. Here's the throw to third, and it's just offline. Gatron can't corral it. And so he gets to third. And we'll call it a stolen base and then an error. E2.
They saw something on the scouting report and their stuff. They can run on this guy right now. Takes a little bit for him to get over there, and both of the shortstop and second base are playing towards the line a little bit. That middle's wide open.
1-2 on Tousley. And he's going to step off and regather his thoughts here. Wait for another set of signs here from Moses. Still 2 outs here in the second. This one fouled back to the screen, so still 1-2. One run in already for Penn this inning. LaPorte trying to limit that damage and get an out here. Just need one pitch if you're England. Here's the 1-2. Off to the left, popped up. Here comes Jones again. Can he make it? It's a fair ball that touches down. Here's the throw to second, and it's not going to be in time. And Tousley on with the first extra base hit of the game. That'll be a double.
Great base running there with LaPorte being a little lackadaisical getting the ball in. He gave it to the cutoff, but he didn't need to. And the runner just took all the advantage there. He did not stop.
Well, with 2 outs, he shouldn't. We're going to have a time call here, and they're going to chat with England a little bit, make sure he's doing okay. I mean, the temperature's right around the 84, 85 mark, so it's pretty warm out there. There's very few clouds in the sky, and if there are, it's pretty light for the sun to break through. So, sure, it is warm, like way warmer on that field than it is up here in the press box. We do have some.
Cody Ryden's right now just getting ready in the bullpen. Is that him?
Waiting to see if he turns. See a number on his back.
What number's the catcher?
14.
Yeah.
Cody Rydeen, you are correct, sir. Should just ask the LaPorte people. They know who's out there. All right, the meeting on the bump is over. R.J. Cromartie will step in. Dig his initials. I don't know what he writes on there, but he writes something in the circle there. First pitch to him is in there for a strike on the inside part of the plate. Again, a left-handed hitter, Cromartie, who scored a run last inning. 4-1 in favor of Penn. This one out to the right, down the right field line, and foul down the right field line. He was given a good chase. Couldn't come up with it, though.
The thing about this game is that they had a couple hard hit balls, but they're just like duck snorting and hitting the holes. If those balls are right at them, it's a one-run ball game right now. It's just the luck right now is with the Penn Kingsmen.
This one up the middle. England can't stop it with his feet. It gets through all the way to center field. Another run comes in, and no one at first to cover, so Cromartie could get a big lead off of first and then run his way back, but it's 5-1 Penn.
Again, he really didn't hit that too hard. He just hit it right at the pitcher's feet, and he couldn't field it.
So another RBI. Doosley's got 2 in the game already. Cromartie picks up his first. 5-1 here in the second. As we got Chris Pelletier coming up. He singled his last time up. Now, I don't know 100%. I don't think IHSA may have said somewhere, and I maybe have missed it. I don't know if matchups are automatic starting in semi-state next week, like the winner of our first game meets the winner of the second game. If it's anything like the way they did it for basketball, it's a redraw. So basically they have a whole nother, they kind of pick and choose where they might have the sites where they might go already determined, but and which schools will be there, and then it's kind of a blind draw as to who you face.
I think it's random again. They pull it like out of the ping pong or the popcorn machine. You got like 4 names, and the first one is away.
Yeah.
Second one's home. Third one is away. Fourth one's home.
2-1 the count here on Pelletier, and I have no problem with that. The throw down to second is way offline, but thankfully the second baseman, Dubs, was in a position he was able to get that, even though it was nowhere near the bag. Tough throw for Carter Moses there, but they've been running on him all day.
I just don't know if LaPorte were to come back and win this. I don't know if they would give them the host site, kind of supposed to be a neutral location, which would be awesome for them if they do.
Correct.
But I'm just not sure how the IHSA would feel about that.
Pelletier walks here, so 2 on again. We'll have another courtesy runner, but LaPorte's coach is coming out, Coach Up coming out here to have another conversation with England. Now, that's the second time this inning, so is that an automatic he has to pull him?
Yes.
So Cody Rydeen will come in. We're going to step aside for just a moment. You are listening to Game Day here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Develop skills that will last for a lifetime with an apprenticeship with the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 4, Indiana, Kentucky. The apprenticeship and training program is committed to developing highly skilled bricklayers, terrazzo workers, and ceramic tile setters to provide the construction industry with the best hands in the business. If you are currently working non-union and want better pay with benefits, or if you think learning a new skill with a paid apprenticeship while you earn your associate's degree is the right path for you, visit baclocal4.org/training to learn more about the apprenticeship program. Are you built to succeed?
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Back here at Schreiber Field, where Penn is all over LaPorte here in this second inning, 5-1, with Adam Lehman, the pitcher, Now coming to the plate, we do have a pitching change. Right, Dean comes in for LaPorte. First pitch to Lehman. Curveball in there for a strike.
This is Rydeen's 9th appearance of the season. 41 innings, given up 33 hits, 10 runs have scored, only 9 earned runs on the year.
Here's a chopper to the shortstop, Dombrowski, and they will flip. I'm sorry, to Flores. They will flip to Dubs for the out, so they get out of the inning, but they allow 3 runs here in the 3rd inning. It's 5-1 Penn as we go to the 3rd. You're listening to Game Day here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Top of the 3rd inning here between LaPorte and Penn. LaPorte has some work to do. They trail by 4 as we start this 3rd inning here at Schreiber Field. Yes, again, a reminder, even though LaPorte is the host school, they are the visiting team on the scoreboard. I say that more for myself than I do for you, the viewers, just because of the fact that
We'll let it slide.
Yeah, I need to know that LaPorte can't walk it off here on the top of an inning.
We know what we learned from it. We just cannot have
I'm just glad Nathan Laird isn't here. He'd be giving me all the grief in the world. Ryan Bremer will lead things off for the Slicers here to lead off the 3rd. And Ben Dubs and Cade Flores, the other scheduled hitters here in the inning. They will go up against Adam Lehman for Penn, who leads at 5-1 early on here. Lehman's first pitch swung on and missed from Bremer, 0-1 quickly. This will be the 9th hitter for LaPorte. And then they turn it over second time through the lineup. That's a breaking ball in there for a strike quickly. 0-2 on Bremer, center fielder today for the Slicers.
The Western Michigan recruit is just on point right now.
And there is a foul tip into the mitt. A Pelletier for strikeout number 3 of the afternoon for Lehman.
They're loose, they're free. The Penn Kingsmen are just having fun out there today. It helps you winning 5-1, but
yes,
that freedom you have and just relax and just going to get it.
First pitch to Dubs. He rolls to the shortstop, Dombrowski, who gets it across the diamond in time. Really nice play so far. Dombrowski's had a really good game at short.
3 pitches, 2 outs.
Yeah, 2 or 3 pitches at most.
Yeah.
Let's bring up Cade Flores. Takes the first one up high for ball 1. So this is where, okay, you've had 2, quick outs on just minimal pitches. As the hitter here, do you just try to work a long at bat to try to get that pitch count up?
No, you just try to get on base. It doesn't, at this point, pitch count for that batter means really nothing. You're just trying to get on base to do your part to keep the train rolling.
2-0 the count here on Flores. Here's the 2-0 pitch. In the air, off to the left. Moret giving chase as she shades to his right and makes the catch. That's about 5 pitches that inning for Lehman, but we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Penn still leads it 5-1.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to Game Day here on the Region Sports Network. At the conclusion of this one, we will name the Proud Union Home Play of the Game presented by IKORCC. Learn more at IKORCC.com. It'll be Hunter Moret, Casey Finn, and Colton Hudnall. Scheduled hitters here in the third, where the Kingsmen lead it 5-1. First pitch swung on and missed from righty. Or the pitch from righty. Moret swings and misses, so quickly 0-1. This one on the ground through the legs again of the pitcher, and it's another single. If there was a way to single someone to death, Penn is doing it here today.
No, they're doing a good job of just putting the ball in play. They're not really driving the gaps. They're just making contact and just finding holes. Again, I've never seen like 4 line drives right up to middle before, almost hitting the pitcher.
That's where you're just hoping, like, maybe it goes your way, maybe it hits the leg a little bit, but
get a glove on it.
The fleshy part of a leg so it doesn't hurt too bad. Casey Finn up here, he singled and scored a run last inning. The first pitch is upstairs, and we know that we've seen a lot of stolen bases. 4 stolen bases already for the Kingsmen. Thankfully, when it's under 5, I have an easy time counting. It's only one hand to count.
One hand.
Yep. Rydeen kicks and fires. This one foul. Look out in the Penn dugout over there on the on-deck circle. You were tardy just enough to be able to get it right to where your on-deck hitter is.
Good hit and run there.
Yeah. Yeah, he hit it. They all ran.
You're good for one of those.
I'll be here all night, folks. You might get one person to show up to a comedy show if I ever did one. Showing bunt, puts it down the right field line, and throws to first. They get him just in time. Good sacrifice there from Casey Finn.
That was a great bunt to move that runner, and pitcher made a really great play getting off the mound and finding a throwing lane to the first baseman.
And again, when you talk about that small ball mentality, there's your small ball mentality. Moving the runner over. Yes, you sacrifice an out. Hopefully maybe an errant throw or something like that. But sacrifice an out, get a runner in scoring position. You're about to turn your lineup over. Hudnall with a slow roller to second. Gets the out, but again, that's not a sacrifice, but it does the same effect. It's a productive out. And this is where, when I watch professional baseball, I wish, I'm always hoping if a guy's going to make an out, at least make it productive.
Sure. Don't make it like it doesn't help you in any way.
Right. Where, if you just do something and nothing works out. Now, I mean, if you ground out and somebody else makes a mistake, that's not on you. You were trying to do the productive out, but this brings up the leadoff hitter, Cooper Hums. 1 for 2. Single and scored a run in the first. Also stole a base, then flew out to center. So they're about to make their third trip through the lineup here already.
In the third inning.
And we're in the third. First pitch inside, or second pitch, 1-1 the count. Runner on third, 2 away. On the ground, first base side, but it's foul. So 1-2, and now Rydeen is a pitch from getting out of this inning unscathed with no run scored.
He's done a great job of coming in and trying to limit the damage a little bit. And
that soft contact is actually to a defender this time. It's not kind of getting through.
Sure.
Because, we have seen some hard contact that's been able to get through. It's just in those spots, and that's a called strike 3. And Rydeen gets out of it. He's pretty pumped up coming off the mound. And this is where LaPorte's got to feed off that energy if they're going to come back in this game. We go to the fourth. Penn leads at 5-1. You're listening to Game Day here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Top reasons to work at Strack and Van Til.
Many opportunities to grow.
Flexible hours.
Outstanding benefits like paid vacation time and holidays.
Enjoy health benefits in a 401k plan.
I always feel like I'm part of the team.
Premium and competitive pay.
The sign-on and referral bonuses help to find the perfect talent.
Text STRAX to 97211 to apply today, or visit our site at strackandventil.com/careers. Nobody else will give you the opportunities that we do.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
We go to the fourth inning here from Schreiber Field. Penn leads at 5-1. LaPorte coming to the plate, trailing by 4. Now I'm reading through here, and thank you to Liz Wilson, who's tuned in and letting us know that this winner will get Lake Central. It does say on the IHSAA site, it just says teams will be assigned semi-state sites on Sunday, June 4th. So they are potentially not redrawing or assigning, who they might play. So I know for basketball they repicked who, they might play. There was not an automatic you play this team next week. This one popped in the air. It hit. Oh my gosh! It hits the fence and bounces back into play, but it's still foul. But of all the area or all the surface area to hit, it hits the top of that fencing area over there, and then you had French that was diving into that fence as well.
There's a ton of room from the first base to the fence there on foul territory.
Yeah,
and he ran a long way to go.
It feels like a country mile for sure. 1-1 the count here on Catron for LaPorte.
It's a good effort.
Breaking ball inside. Catron just got out of the way. Struck out his last time up, trying to do something a little bit different here. If LaPorte's going to get in, they got to get some movement on the base path. Swung on and a foul tip into the mitt of Pelletier, so 2-2 the count. It's a 2-2 pitch on the ground, third base side. Cromartie throws across, low throw, and scooped up by French. Really nice play over on the second half of that play to get the out, 5-3. That's where your third baseman's saying, hey, thank you very much.
I got dinner tonight.
Yep.
It's on me.
I'm going to win a gold glove because you're awesome. So Cromartie gets the out there. It was kind of a low throw, but dug out by French, and now this brings up R.J. England. I'm sorry. We have some activity going on in the bullpen there as England lanes it down the third base side, but foul.
Kind of looks like
it looks like Rydeen, so he just kind of keep his arm loose.
Or get loose, yeah.
This one popped up left side, picked up by Moret.
So 2 outs, right?
So 2 outs here in the fourth already. There's 9 batters retired by Lehman in a row as he was kind of heading off the mound. You can't go in quite yet. You got 1 more out to get, young man. This brings up Tommy Samuelson. First pitch outside to Samuelson, batting on that right side. But yeah, 9 batters retired in a row now for Lehman. Just mowing them down. Did he go all the way around? Yes, he did. Says the home plate umpire. Kind of an awkward swing that was kind of up and in on him.
He was like in between, do I go, do I not go?
Or I think he was just trying to dodge it, and his bat happened to kind of just go, help him get a swing there. So 2-1 the count here on Samuelson. Lehman getting the sign, kicks in, fires the 2-1, and it hits Samuelson. He didn't even bother getting out of the way of that one. He says, I'll take that. We've got ice. And he trots down to first. So just as I said, he had retired 9 in a row. Samuelson gets on.
Samuelson's a big guy. He's great on the basketball court as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just an overall great athlete.
Comes Kelly Hay now, struck out looking his last time up. Righty-righty matchup here. Lehman and Hay. First pitch on the outside part of the plate for a strike. Swing and miss over a nice breaking ball from Lehman of Penn. Defense pretty straight up everywhere you look, except for the first baseman playing on the bag, holding that runner Samuelson at first. This one fouled off to the right. 0-2 the count here to Kelly Hay. And the 0-2 pitch. And it hits. Did he lean into it, though? Yeah, he did stick that elbow out there a little bit.
You know what? I give the kid credit. You know what I mean? You're struggling hitting right now. You're just trying to figure out a way to get on base.
So this is where you're going to see Coach Up say, hey, what are you talking about? He got hit. Yeah, well, but they're going to argue that Kelly Hay kind of put that elbow out there. But he's still, I mean, it was kind of weird because it's not like he reached over the plate. He was still kind of in the batter's box, which even if he leaned in, even if he stuck his arm out still in the batter's box, I mean, that's still a hit by pitch. But it just didn't look, it didn't look good. I don't think he came over the plate, though, when he leaned.
It just looked like
it just didn't look good.
It was kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Like, but, I mean, he's just trying to get on base.
Yeah, I don't blame him. And on the outside part of the plate for called strike 3. And down they go. After getting that hit by pitch earlier, they strand the runner. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Penn still leads. You're listening to Game Day on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Develop skills that will last for a lifetime with an apprenticeship with the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 4, Indiana, Kentucky. The apprenticeship and training program is committed to developing highly skilled bricklayers, terrazzo workers, and ceramic tile setters to provide the construction industry with the best hands in the business. If you are currently working non-union and want better pay with benefits, or if you think learning a new skill with a paid apprenticeship while you earn your associate's degree is the right path for you, visit baclocal4.org/training to learn more about the apprenticeship program. Are you built to succeed?
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at forajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4, ajobdoneright.com.
We go bottom 4 here at Schreiber Field on the campus of LaPorte High School. At the end of this one, we are going to name the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. Riding back on the bump for LaPorte, we go bottom 4. Cam Dombrowski leading things off from the left-handed batter's box. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Talked about those numbers, 11 regional championships in program history for Penn. I believe it was 5 state championships in their storied program, including last year as well.
When I was playing in high school, we had a game there one time, and it was actually pretty cool because it was at their place, and President Obama was doing the commencement speech at Notre Dame.
Oh, very cool.
And the plane flew over. And you know how close it is to Penn.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, like, wave to him how low the plane was right over the field. There was, like, 2 games going on. All the games stopped just to watch.
Yeah,
the plane
absolutely.
It was really cool.
2-2 the count here on Dombrowski. This one lined and caught. Right to Ben Dubs on a line. Didn't even have to move. That's good scouting right there. Good positioning.
Just the way he planned it.
Yes, absolutely. Well, this Penn team has had a lot of success in recent years, and a lot of it has to do with their head coach. It's a curveball missing outside to Evan Tousley. Coach Dykes picked up win number 800 earlier this season. I mean, 800 wins as a baseball coach is not an easy thing to do, considering how inconsistent the weather can be and how your guys can play in that kind of mentality. You know, when you play inside, it's a little bit different, I feel like.
How many years was that?
Off the top of my head, I think he's in his 36th season as the head coach.
Like Coach Campbell range.
Well, that was 53 years. This one blooped out and into the gap in left center for Tousley, who's going to make the turnaround first, and he scoots into second, makes the turn, but he will hold up with the second extra base hit of the game. And for Tousley, that is his 16th double of the season. He had the other extra base hit of this game. So a one-out double. This brings up R.J. Cromartie. He's got 23 RBIs on the year. Yes, 36th season already for Coach Dykes. 5 state titles, including last year. Inducted into the Indiana Baseball Hall of Fame. Played at Ball State and then drafted by the Braves as a third baseman in 1979.
How cool is that?
That is.
Just to have that experience, have that wealth of knowledge on your side.
1-0 count on Cromartie here. 1-for-1 today with a walk. Pitch missing outside, so 2-0. Yeah, to say you're being coached by a guy who was drafted by an organization like Atlanta, not too shabby.
I'll take it anytime.
Two-0 pitch missing downstairs. 3-0 now the count on R.J. Cromartie. Got that RBI single and stole a base in the second. Walked and scored a run in the first. And that is ball 4. He didn't even realize it. Or didn't look like he realized it or didn't want to accept it.
I think most of the people on the left side here thought that was a strike.
And that would be your LaPorte team.
We're wearing the color orange right now.
Yeah, it's such a weird dynamic because you have LaPorte that's on the visitor side of the scorecard, yet they're in their regular dugout on the third base side along with their fans. Penn is home on the scorecard, and they're in the first base dugout, traditionally the visitor dugout.
There's a few high school teams I know that have it opposite still.
Same with Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
They have, they tweak it up a little bit. Just depends on what you want to be closer to relay your signs and orders and stuff. Chris Pelletier now at the dish. 0-1 the count to him. Rydeen, breaking ball missing upstairs, so 1-1 the count. 1-for-1 for Pelletier. Single in the first, walk in the second. It's the 1-1 pitch missing upstairs, so 2-1 the count now. Now, when we first opened up the window here for this game, it didn't do a thing. There was no wind whatsoever. Now that wind kind of howling in a little bit makes it even more manageable for us.
There was that chance of rain a little bit.
Shh, don't jinx it. This goes into the seats out.
So out here, there's not a cloud in the sky. Just some.
No dark clouds, at least.
No dark ones.
Just the white fluffy ones.
They're far away. By the time if something dark gets here.
2-2 count here on Pelletier. Runner not being held on at first, but they check him anyway. This one line down the right field line. Look out. It hits the light pole. And they are just finding these random spots to hit a ball. The top of the fencing, which is like an inch of surface area, hits the light post.
Misses the back fence and goes straight back. When it's going your way, it's going your way.
No kidding. We'll do it again on the 2-2. Right, Dean sets. Here it is. This one lined right to Dubs. Dubs make the flip to short. Short over to first, and not on the bag. The throw pulled him up a little bit, so he caught it up in the air, and Samuelson does not look comfortable. Definitely was kind of, you can tell he's been wincing over there. He kind of grabbed at that right side.
You're still gonna feel it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. So fielder's choice for Pelletier, runner on third.
Coach is giving him first and third signals here. What's our plan? Do we let the runner just go 2 outs or try to throw it? Do we cut it off to get the runner coming home?
Yeah, corner infield, or third base is in, backing up a little bit, trying to get just a little bit behind the bag. Middle infielders at double play depth.
There's 2 outs.
Right. Breaking ball missing outside on Adam Lehman. So 1-0 the count. Runners on the corners, 2 away. Penn leads at 5-1. Pitch missing outside. So 2-0 here on Lehman. If he can get on, Hunter Moret awaits on deck. This one in the air. The wind's going to keep this one in the park, but how much is it going to push it in? And it's going to be the center fielder, Bremer, to make the catch in center. So we go to the 5th. Penn still leading. Here's a chance for LaPorte to get on the board again. You're listening to Game Day on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Welcome back to Game Day on the Region Sports Network. Top of the 5th here at Schreiber Field. LaPorte coming to bat. It'll be Jax Land, Carter Moses, and Ryan Bremer here in the 5th, the scheduled hitters. They're hoping that more come to the plate, though.
His pitch count's pretty low, too, because he had a couple innings that were under 10 pitches.
Well, he retired 9 in a row at one point, so a couple of 1, 2, 3 innings in the 2nd and the 3rd. So, yeah, he worked really efficiently. We're talking about Adam Lehman, who's the pitcher for Penn. He's still out there dealing. 8-2 on the season. 121 ERA. Features a fastball, curveball, changeup. That fastball ventures in that mid to upper 80s. I'm sure he's topped in the 90s at some point. Hear that wind whipping. Hasn't played that big of a factor in the game, but if the ball gets in the air, it seems to be hanging up and not going too far. First pitch to Land is upstairs, 4-1. This one lifted off in the air to right. That wind is picking up, though. You mentioned some unfortunate weather potentially heading our way at some point. It's not going to be anywhere near us when we get to this game, though. Little cross up there, and it's going to be a ball. So 2-1 the count. On Land, the DH today. That one comes in on him, but he swings through it. So 2-2 the count now. And if you have never caught a game here at Schreiber Field in LaPorte, you need to get out here. This one lined into center, but underneath it is Hums.
Yeah, you won't find like a bigger, like there's like 6 sets of bleachers out here.
Yes.
And they're awful.
Yeah, it is a great crowd here. Obviously, LaPorte, the host school, so they're out in droves. A lot of orange off to our left. It's like Halloween around here. Orange to the left, black to the right. First pitch into Carter Moses in there for a strike, the breaking ball.
It's cool to see the youth here, too, as well, in their baseball jerseys and LaPorte slicer.
Yeah, we had some wild colors today. We had blue and green this morning, and now orange and black here. And yeah, the youngsters are out for their teams. That is one of the nice things. I did see kids for both Valpo and Lake Central earlier today. The youth programs coming in, and this one on the right side, picked up by the first baseman French. It was a hard hit. He was able to knock it down, though, keep it in front of him, not panic, and then step on the cushion for out number 2. This brings up Ryan Bremer now. We made that play at the end, the bottom half of the 4th inning.
He's probably like, don't throw it to me so I don't have to go stretch and go scoop it.
Yeah. First pitch to Bremer on the edge for a strike. So 0-1 with 2 outs here. This one fouled right back, right above us. You were in position.
I had it.
See, I know we're not going to get anything because there is a net right above us.
Somehow it'll fit through there.
I mean, I'm ready to go. If I got to get through the swung on a miss, it's the drop third strike. They throw down to first, and that'll retire the side. So we go bottom 5. It's still 5-1 Penn. You're listening to Game Day here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Bottom of the 5th inning here at Schreiber Field. We were talking during that break. Dean's really come down here and kind of slowed down the momentum of Penn a little bit. They've still been getting guys on base, but he's been pitching out of those jams.
Getting a lot of miss hits.
Yes.
Not squaring the ball up and doing a really good job going in out.
So it'll be Hunter Moret, Casey Finn, and Colton Hudnall. Line driving right to the third baseman, Catron, who deflects off of his glove. We'll see how they rule it here in the box. And they're going to rule that a hit. It's kind of tough. I agree with him.
Could go either way.
Yeah, kind of an in-between, but they're going to rule it a hit. So Moret is on his second base hit of the game. Just another single for Penn. Lead at 5-1 here. So they have 11 hits. 9 of them is a first pitch strike to Casey Finn. So 11 hits, 9 of them have all been singles. And the 2 extra base hits have been doubles, and those both come from Evan Tousley. This one foul off to the right, so quickly 0-2 on Finn. Runner on first, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Yes, if you are a LaPorte fan listening, your team is the visitors on the scoreboard today. Checking on that runner at first, back in safely. It's more red over there. Finn, 1 for 1, had a sacrifice fly, or had a sacrifice bunt in the third. This one a slow roller on the right side. Dubs picks it up and throws him out.
That's the only play he had there. He was going towards the first base bag. That would have been a really hard play to pivot and go to second there. Let's get the sure out.
Yeah, Dubs was kind of more towards second base, had a shade to his left. Try to field that one. Here comes Colton Hudnall now. He's 0 for 1, had a sacrifice. And then grounded out. First pitch to him. This one lined and through for a hit. This will score another run. They're going to throw it to the plate. Nobody cuts it off. Runner thought about going to second. Wise move not to, but another run comes across the board, and it's 6-1 Penn.
You take the fastball away, and you drive it the other way.
Aha.
Great job from the 9-hole hitter.
Yeah, Hudnall now 1 for 2. And this brings at the top of the order now Cooper Hums, who was 1 for 3. Or now the 4th time through this lineup. Rydeen sets. Here's the first pitch. Chopper down the first base side, but it rolls foul.
Hums really just doesn't look comfortable in the box. It's always just something herky-jerky.
Which is weird because you would think, I mean, he got that leadoff single to start things up. He hit coming in, hitting .417 on the year. Runner goes, throw down to second. Not going to be in time, so it's going to be a stolen base. So now a runner in scoring position here with only 1 out. I believe that is the 5th stolen base already of the game here in the bottom of the 5th. 6-1 Penn. First pitch. I'm sorry, the 1-1 pitch is in there, or misses for ball, 2-1. 7 triples on the year for Hums. That's pretty impressive.
First base.
One already in, lined on the left field line and into the LaPorte fan section. Hopefully everybody's okay over there because that was a rocket. And people keep looking in that direction. Things seem to be okay. One again, out to the left. We haven't seen too many of those through our doubleheader today, off to the left, but coming in droves now.
One comes, they all come.
I still get nervous every time I watch those fly down the line, and I'm glad they've extended nettings at Major League ballparks. This one chopped on the third base side, and it's going to be.
Do you like that?
I do. Just, I was watching that game when it was a Cubs-Astros game when Albert Almora made that line drive, and obviously at no fault of his own. He's, hit one foul and hit a young fan accidentally, and this one lined into right. Hay trying to camp underneath. He makes the catch, and that will end the inning. And we go to the 6th. It is still, well, now it's 6-1 Penn as we go to the 6th. You're listening to Game Day here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Top reasons to work at Strack and Van Til.
Many opportunities to grow.
Flexible hours.
Outstanding benefits like paid vacation time and holidays.
Enjoy health benefits in a 401k plan.
I always feel like I'm part of the team.
Premium and competitive pay.
The sign-on and referral bonuses help to find the perfect talent.
Text STRAX to 97211 to apply today, or visit our site at strackandventil.com/careers. Nobody else will give you the opportunities that we do.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
And we go to the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th, that is. Nope, top of the 6th,
Top
excuse me.
6.
Excuse me. Got some awards to hand out at the end of this one today. We've got the Crowd Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. The Crowd Company's proud to recognize the superheroes on the baseball diamond. We got the Proud Union Home Play of the Game, brought to you by IKORCC, the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters, and then the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn with the Boilermakers Local 374.
Top of the order here for LaPorte Slicers.
Yeah, and it's Ben Dubs to lead things off in the top half of the sixth at Schreiber Field. As odd as that sounds. Breaking ball into Dubs, and it's in there for a strike. This one lined down the right field line, and it gets in just past the bushes.
No, that's going.
Oh, that's over the street. And
man,
it was a rope. Just gotta get it on the other side of the line. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. 6 strikeouts for Lehman so far in this one, and he's been cruising. He's working on a one-hitter, and that hit came to the first hitter, and that was Ben Dubs to lead off the game. At one point, he had retired 9 batters in a row. This brings up Cade Flores, takes the first pitch for a strike. Yeah, there's a good chance if Penn doesn't have those defensive miscues in the first, we're looking at a 6-0 ball game right now. 1-1 the count here on Flores. Pitch misses, 2-1.
LaPorte's got more action in the bullpen.
Yeah, that is not. This one fouled back to the screen, so 2-2. See if I can see a number. Can't see a number quite yet. 2-2 the count, though, here on Flores, who chops it on the left side, picked up by Cromartie over, and it's a wild throw. And this will allow Flores to get all the way to second base on the air from Cromartie. He's had a couple of wild, iffy throws, if you will.
Just make the out, you know what I mean? You try to be too pretty about it. You're going away with it. Just set your feet and make a good throw. You got plenty of time.
Like number 21, but no, there is no 21. No, that's
there is.
Penn's roster, excuse me. Grant Olson warming up for LaPorte. In their bullpen, so this brings up Drew Catron now. He's 0 for 2 today with a runner in scoring position now with only 1 out. It's an opportunity for LaPorte. They haven't had too many of these throughout the afternoon today. The wind continues to whip around here at Schreiber Field. This one skips in the dirt. Flores got a really nice lead off a second. Was kind of getting caught in between a little bit, but was able to get there. Cromartie is going to Notre Dame. That third baseman that we were talking about just made an error a moment ago. Also getting the two-way player Drake Bowen as well.
He was with NWI Corn Dogs a few games earlier in the week.
Yes, he was. This one fouled away at the plate, so still 1-2. I've caught one of those games. Have you caught one of those games?
I have not caught one of those games.
I should catch one. They're pretty much right down the street from me almost.
What do you think of them?
I've never gone. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said you have.
No, I have not. I can tell you they have a really good social media presence. Thrown over to second. It gets out into the outfield now. Trying to pick the runner off for second. Here's the throw to third. It is not in time. Really close play. Really nice arm out there in center from Hums. But an errant throw allows the runner to get to third with only 1 out here in the inning.
We had a little lead there, nothing crazy, and we're throwing the ball into center field. You got a 5-run lead in the 6th inning. Let's go after the batter.
This one, slow roller to the shortstop. They throw to first. It is in time for the second out, but the second run of the game comes home for LaPorte.
And that throw in the center now leads to a run.
So 6-2 the score now in favor of the Kingsmen. So R.J. England now with bases cleared, nobody on, and 2 outs. This is what if you're LaPorte, you have to start. I mean, obviously it's really late at this point. You got 2 outs here in the 6th. We only play 7 here at the high school level, so chipping away is key. So getting on base would be your number one priority here. So willing to take the walk if you get it. If you have something you can rip and drive, go for it. Big gap out in left center. Strike called on the 1-0 pitch. So now 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 away here in the 6th. LaPorte finally gets another run pushed across the board. The 1-1 is on the outside part of the plate, but called a strike. So 1-2. And now chopped on the first base side. Picked up by Hudnall over to first, and they're going to say it is out just in time. That was an eyelash throw over there on the first base play. Really nice play from Hudnall over there at second. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Penn still leads it. You're listening to Game Day on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Develop skills that will last for a lifetime with an apprenticeship with the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 4, Indiana, Kentucky. The apprenticeship and training program is committed to developing highly skilled bricklayers, terrazzo workers, and ceramic tile setters to provide the construction industry with the best hands in the business. If you are currently working non-union and want better pay with benefits, or if you think learning a new skill with a paid apprenticeship while you earn your associate's degree is the right path for you, visit baclocal4.org/training to learn more about the apprenticeship program. Are you built to succeed?
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
We go bottom 6 here at LaPorte High School, Schreiber Field. One of the best venues to come watch a baseball game. I know we've mentioned that before, and if you have not done so, it would be worth your money to come to a game here. Remember when it might be. Semi-state next week would be a good idea. Not sure who's going to be here yet, but a couple of teams will.
Great hospitality. People here are awesome. Great concession stand. Good, a lot of parking.
Yes.
It's easy to get to. And there's nice stuff around the park, too, if you want to get lunch or something before or after. It's a good spot for a game.
Pitching change for LaPorte, their third pitcher of the game already. It's Grant Olson now on the bump. Radine did pretty good work trying to limit the damage. Only allowed 1 run in his efforts. But it's 6-2 as we stand here now, or sit here now. We're not standing. I was standing for a little while.
Yeah. And that came to a screeching halt.
Well, and I had to start writing things down, yeah. Just pain in the butt to have to
bend over,
reach down and work.
Weird.
Evan Tousley will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th for the Kingsmen. Takes the first pitch and fouls it off to the left. He's 3 for 3 today. Certainly a candidate for that Growl Company's Leonard Man superhero of the game. A couple of doubles and a single. Breaking ball missing upstairs. So 1 ball and 1 strike. This one fouled back to the screen, 1-2. Yeah, you talk about some guys that are I can literally see from my seat here through the door window, there are people literally sitting on their porches watching the game from across the street.
How awesome is that?
It's kind of like rooftop mentality over here.
Maybe they could sell tickets.
Yeah, maybe. That would look nice.
Sit on the roof or something.
Get some bleachers over there. Yeah, absolutely.
There's people along the fence line in right field, too.
And a called strike 3 on a 2-2 pitch.
Trying to find some shade here.
So Tousley down for the first time today. This brings up R.J. Cromartie. 1 for 1 with a couple of walks. Cromartie's a switch hitter because he's been batting from that left side. Now he's batting from the right side because we have a left-handed pitcher in Olsen here now. So let me
You don't see that often.
No, not in high school. Not too often anymore, no. So one high in the air, off to left. England giving chase. He's going to run through the screen. Good grief.
It's probably why he's committed to go to Notre Dame.
Switch hitter?
Switch hitter.
I thought you were talking about England out there. He's
I don't
jumping
think
through,
so.
Jumping through the netting over there to try to make a play. Trying to help his pitcher out.
The next Spider-Man movie or something.
Kick in the 1-1 pitch upstairs, 2-1.
He's only a junior, too, the hitter.
Line into center. It'll drop for a base hit. So a 1-out single for Cromartie. It's his second of the game. Yeah, he's gotten on base all 4 times today. 2 singles now and 2 walks.
He just gets it done. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter what it is. He just gets his job done.
Well, and he wants to try to make up for that error that he had in the top of the inning and then allowed a run.
He could have had 2 errors.
Strike called on the outside part of the plate from Chris Pellier, and he did not like that call. Still even shaking his head a little bit. Doing a little bit of a twist around. Kick and the 0-1 pitch. Coming inside this time. Ball and a strike. Olsen working quickly here for LaPorte. He gets the ball. He gets his foot right back on the rubber. Checking on that runner at first. Ooh, that was very close at first. Cromartie was not expecting that little pickoff move there. This one missing way up, kind of a pitch out almost.
See if he was
See if he would steal. I don't see that much. I mean, we're seeing it more in the game than we have in the past number of years because of the amount of base runners we have. This one fouled away. So 2-2. One on, one out here in the 6th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Pelletier. And he swings and misses over a breaking ball. 2 strikeouts in the inning. 5 strikeouts today for LaPorte pitching. This brings up Adam Lehman.
If we take out those first 2 innings, those little miscues LaPorte had, we got a really good ball game here. I mean, we still have a good game, but we have a closer and more competitive.
Yeah, both of our games here today have been pretty close. We had a 3-0 game earlier. Now we've got a 6-2.
Oh.
This one driven high in the air to the left. England moving over to the line and making the catch. What looked like could have been a drive out to deep left is still just kind of a shallow fly out to England in left. So we go to the 7th. This is the last chances for LaPorte. You're listening to Game Day here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Top of the 7th inning here from Schreiber Field. Regional championship game between LaPorte and Penn. Again, LaPorte at the top of the scorecard today on the scoreboard. Visiting team at their home ballpark. So they're trying to send it to the bottom of the 7th. They have to get 4 runs at least to get this thing moving. If they can get more than that, then they can send it to the bottom of the 7th and win the game and hold off and not get any other runs. That'd be their ideal situation, but Adam Lehman has had a way with them today. Certainly on the bump. He's had himself a pretty good day. 6 strikeouts already. No walks. That's been key. And 6 innings pitched and trying to close this thing out. It'll be Samuelson, Hay, and Land. Scheduled hitters here in the 7th. Last opportunities for the Slicers.
Penn's got 2 guys in the bullpen. We'll see what happens.
Warming up as a just in case, and there's a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Samuelson absolutely did not like the call.
It's also, you might bring him in just to get them experience.
One chopped on the ground, third base side, and it's going to roll foul. So 0-2 for Samuelson. So 0-1. He was hit by a pitch back in the 4th.
Marty made a smart play there. He could have went and got it, maybe got the out at first, but he noticed it was going to go foul. I'm not sure.
Swung on and missed. Down on strikes is Samuelson. 7 strikeouts for Lehman today. This brings up Kelly Hay. Nope, sorry, pinch hitter.
Andrew.
A.J. Mrzinski, number 14 here, pinch hitting for LaPorte, trying to just get something different going here because Kelly Hay had 2 strikeouts in the game. So Mrzinski takes the first pitch low for a ball. Brzezinski also joins that ski family we were talking about earlier today. Called strike there, so 2-1 the count.
A lot of Polish around.
Missing outside on the 2-1, so now it's 3-1 on Brzezinski. Land to the next scheduled hitter. And it's low for a ball, so a walk. First walk for Lehman. So it already proves to be a good move for Coach Up. And now Jax Land, the DH.
They have 7 seniors on this roster. They do not want their season to come to an end.
Score 4 runs to keep it going. This one on the ground, picked up by Hudnall. The flip to Dombrowski over to first in time, and that will do it. Penn, back-to-back regional champions. So they will play Lake Central in a semi-state game next week. We will determine the location tomorrow per the IHSAA. And it'll be a rematch between the 2 schools because Penn beat Lake Central here in regionals last year. Penn picking up their 12th regional championship in program history. And still looking to defend the 4A state title and make a run back to Indianapolis.
Kind of the way they played today, they're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you can stop the small ball, you have a chance, but it's hard to do when you dink and dunk and put it where they're not.
Yeah, they didn't have to hit it super hard. They just found the holes. And they're just super athletic, and they're just super, gritty baseball players. You look at them, they just look like a group of baseball players.
And they did make a few mistakes. It's not like they're not without mistakes. They made a few mistakes. However, capitalizing on all those mistakes, and LaPorte did capitalize a little bit on those mistakes, but not to the tune of what they needed to be able to become a regional champion here today, as Penn jumping up and down as they hold their regional championship. And I know LaPorte will be a host site next week. At this point, it's unclear as to who those opponents will be. We'll find out tomorrow when the IHSAA brings that information out. It's all determined based on who qualifies. They're going to try to pick the route that's, convenient for all those involved.
And just because you're close to that field or school does not mean you're going to be the host site. It just depends. I don't know if we have any host teams still in the tournament. That'll be something we have to look into.
I know some of them up here are, let's see, it'll be LaPorte, Lafayette, Jeff, Kokomo, Oak Hill, Plainfield, Mooresville, Southridge, and Jasper are all host sites
for semi-state.
So LaPorte, Lafayette, Jeff, and Kokomo certainly candidates for Penn and Lake Central out of this regional here today. So opportunities, but we'll just find out what happens around the rest of the state, and IHSAA will determine all that and announce all that tomorrow.
They'll make the best decision for the kids and do it with good. We need to also give a shout out to the umpires. I thought they did a really good job today.
Yeah, everything was in control there. I mean, obviously, you're always going to disagree with a few calls here and there, but nothing egregious, nothing outlandish, and that's the way it should be. We should almost forget that they're even there for the most part, and that's exactly how they handled it today. And, yeah, kudos to both sets of umpires we saw today. Kudos to Penn, another regional championship for them. And then kudos to Lake Central earlier today as well. And kudos to LaPorte, first time in a little while winning a sectional title, being here in this position, and last regional championship back in 2005, and hopefully at some point for the Slicers, I mean, they're aching for more quality baseball. They've had such a storied program over the years. It'd be great to have them back representing here the state of Indiana Class 4A for sure. At some point down the road, won't be this year, unfortunately. Penn's still looking to defend that title, and they will continue on next week to semi-state. So with that, it's time to name our awards. Crowd Company Lantern Man Superhero. Oh, you know what? We got to figure out some of our awards still. Nate needs a minute. We'll talk about this. So we'll take a break for just a moment. You're listening to Game Day on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Well, welcome back to Game Day here on the Region Sports Network. Mike Brenner here along with Nate the Great Ramian. So we bring you this conclusion, our award winners for today. Penn getting the regional championship, 6-2 the final score here from Schreiber Field. Let's go ahead and name our Crowd Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. The Crowd Companies are proud to recognize the superheroes on the baseball diamond.
What was Adam Lehman today, the pitcher for the Penn Kingsmen? I got him for 7 strikeouts and no walks on today. 1 walk?
He had one in that 7th inning there.
Last inning, I wrote it early. The 1 walk in the 7th inning, only given up 1 hit.
Yes, 1 hit.
And it was the lead off the game.
Yeah, that was the first hitter of the game.
After that first hitter, he settled, he not settled down, but he gave up that hit, and he was the leader for the Penn Kingsmen today on the mound.
Certainly Indeed, so that's your Crowd Company's Landerman Superhero of the game. Let's take a look at the proud Union Home Play of the game presented by IKORCC, the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters.
I'm going to say the play of the game was the play that ended the game. The ground ball to the second baseman, the double play. They had a really good job of just connecting at the base and getting the play out at first. Just that's a tough play. The second baseman was going towards first baseman. Did a good job of pivoting to second. The shortstop coming across the bag there to get the runner at first. To end the game as well, to win the regional championship is nothing easy.
Yeah, to seal the deal, they had a lot of dinks and dunks and nothing over the top in terms of power or anything like that, but just really gritty play performance for Penn today. But, yeah, the double play to kind of just seal the deal because it was kind of looking like LaPorte, okay, maybe getting somebody on base, and what can they do? And, bam, closing the door right away. So let's take a look at our Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. Learn about apprenticeship programs and more at local374.org.
I'm going to go with Dawson French, the first baseman for the Penn Kingsmen as well. There was 4 or 5 of them, the throws that were not good throws, but he got the out just by becoming like a catcher at first, like blocking everything up and going to get the scoops and just having the infielders know they have that confidence in their first baseman to get those outs. So even if it's close to the bag, he's going to go get it, and he did that today really well.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, he was kind of really just a black hole of everything that was thrown his way. He gobbled it up, and everything went Penn's way today. Just worked out in their favor. All right, our executive producer, Chris Ramirez, coordinating producer, Nathan Laird, your broadcast crew, myself, Mike Brenner, and Nate the Great Ramian. Justin Cole doing a great job on the production as well. Big thanks to Steve Santana and Jeff Sherman, the ADs here at LaPorte High School, and a big thanks to Scott Upp and Greg Dykus for getting us everything we needed, stats and lineups ahead of time, so that way we can prep for this one. The coaches from LaPorte and Penn, obviously, and then you, the viewers, on Facebook and YouTube. Without you all, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So stay tuned. We'll have the matchups for you next week at Semi-State. We'll give you all the locations and everything, so make sure you stay tuned to the Region Sports Network. And this has been a production of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.